There's still a lot of questions that I have that they can't even tell me the answers to.
For Jessica Roberts, this place, a little strip of woods in the shadow of a landfill, is haunted. Haunted by time, by memory, by her mother's unsolved murder.
My mom was a person. She had a life, and somebody just dumped her body over here like she was garbage. I'm having a hard time processing my feelings. It's gross. I feel disgust. I feel anger.
September 17, 1991, her father reported her 25-year-old mother, Cynthia Gonzalez, missing. Her body found in Johnson County.
A case that for 34 years had no suspect.
She was stripped naked, appeared to have gunshot wounds to her chest, and her body was heavily decomposing because of the weather.
I just had this horrible feeling. I'm 6 years old, and my intuition was that something bad's gonna happen, and I'm never gonna see her again. And I told her that. I said, I don't want you to go. Please don't go. And then I never saw her again.
The killer was never found. Decades passed with no arrest and no charges, until now.
Arlington police announce a long-awaited arrest.
It was a total shock. I just broke down in tears.
That break in the case, so many years later, came from a most unlikely source, a group of college students.
And I remember Detective Stafford calling me and saying, "Chief, there's something to this. I think the kids are onto something here," and he was excited.
What was it that these 5 students found that blew the lid off an unsolved cold case? What investigators call an alleged love triangle, a devastated boyfriend, and the other woman now at the center of the investigation.
Hello, Ms. Perkins. This is John Quinones from ABC. Hello. What was she like, your mom?
She was hilarious. She was so fun, so loving. She loved to dress me up every day like a doll. Like, I was always dressed to the nines with my hair always done cute, always had on a cute outfit. And she just was very fun and adventurous.
Cynthia was a young mom. She got married and then had Jessica when she was only 19 years old. In 1991, when Jessica was 6, her parents had just separated.
Cynthia Gonzalez was, I would say, a dancer by trade.
She was an exotic dancer. And my mom was an entrepreneur, and she had a business where she did birthday party entertainment.
The day she disappeared, Cynthia had Jessica with her, but one of her performers couldn't make an appointment, so Cynthia had to go instead. She never came home.
Her vehicle is located about 1/3 of a mile from where it was last seen parked. As this was worked as a missing persons investigation, 5 days later her body was located in Johnson County off of a county road, and then it became a formal homicide investigation with Arlington PD.
The greater Dallas-Fort Worth area is huge. The distance between Arlington, where Cynthia disappeared, and Johnson County, where her body was found, is like 40 miles. The 25-year-old victim could have been killed anywhere along that route.
Jessica's father was left to deliver the devastating news to a 6-year-old.
How did that impact your life?
Terribly.
You were very young.
I was really young. I was so broken, and we had a box of her clothes that we kept for a very long time, and they smelled like her, and I would often crawl into this box and just, sometimes I would take a nap in this box just to smell my mom.
I'm at a park near downtown Fort Worth where I'm about to meet a key player in this whole story. His name is Rocky Ortiz.
He was Cynthia's boyfriend at the time of her murder.
He was also repeatedly questioned and cleared by police. But what he knows about the victim and her suspected killer are very important parts to this entire saga. Rocky Ortiz, John Quinones. Good to meet you, man.
How you doing?
Yeah, thank you for
Good to
coming
meet
out
you.
to us. You want to take a walk?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's talk about this. What do you remember most about Cynthia?
Mostly her smile.
Yeah.
She was a kind heart, a good spirit, just a beautiful person.
What impact did losing Cynthia have on you?
I think it's had an impact on my life this whole time, to tell you the truth.
Your life?
Yes, sir.
How so?
Angry, hurt.
Rocky says he broke up with the woman he was dating after meeting Cynthia. He says they officially became a couple a few weeks later.
As soon as they found her body, the next day they brought me in. Detective Ford called me and asked me, do you know what color fingernail polish she was wearing? Yeah, I told him, I said, yeah, I know what color her fingernails are. They're hot pink because I painted them. And he said, well, Tony, we found her. And I don't remember much after that, you know.
34 years, no leads. The unsolved murder of Cynthia Gonzalez had seemingly gone stone cold.
So what was it that you guys saw in this case that the investigators might have missed?
I think we looked at all angles, not just male suspects, but female suspects.
Over at the University of Texas, Arlington, the students in this lab all have dreams of solving crimes, but few of them thought it would happen so soon.
We took in 15 students. They had to fill out an application form. I picked each one of these students, but they were also then vetted by the police department before they could come in.
Those students were then split up into 3 groups to investigate 3 cold cases chosen by Arlington PD. Cynthia's murder was the oldest.
You have access to the police officer, to the files, to the evidence?
Absolutely. We had access to reports and non-physical evidence, and we had video, photography, audios from the time.
And buried in those files, they found a name. Amidst the potential suspects, all of them men, there was a woman, Janie Perkins.
She had been part of the record. The police had already talked to her, right?
Yes, police had talked to her on several occasions. I think that they saw something there, but weren't really sure how to follow it.
Janie and Cynthia knew each other, right?
Yes. They were a part of a love triangle.
When we went through the files, she kind of stood out. She had failed 2 polygraphs, and then there were just some statements that had been made. We believe only a killer would know. We just knew that we really needed them to look into this person more.
Polygraphs are a great investigative tool. However, in the court of law, they are not admissible. The science behind it is not reliable enough in the eyes of judges in the court to allow it to go before a jury to help them make a determination of guilt or innocence.
Just 6 weeks into the semester, the students compiled a list of questions for Detective Stafford, including some about Janie Perkins. And what happened next blew this case wide open.
So I grabbed my partner and we took the case files into a conference room and we cut them open, and we spent about 6 hours going through the entire case. At that point, my partner and I came across some things that we believed were a direct and forensic link for the suspect to the victim the night that she went missing. I looked at my partner and I said, we got this. Like, we have probable cause to arrest her. Do you agree? And my partner, without a doubt, said, absolutely.
In November, 34 years after Cynthia's brutal killing, police arrested 63-year-old Janie Perkins on charges of capital murder and obtained a warrant for her DNA. Janie Perkins has been released on bond pending an indictment. Her lawyer did not respond to a request for comment from ABC News, but a statement giving out to media back in November said Perkins is innocent of the allegations and looks forward to the opportunity to clear her name in a court of law.
Our thanks to John Q. For much more on what the students found in the case file that investigators at the time couldn't, watch Impact by Nightline, Never See You Again, now streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu.